Here we have one of the very finest examples of a Paleo Story Stone face and Mammoth Effigy made out of jade. This is what they call Botryoidal Jade, botryoidal being a Greek word for grape-like, and it is called that because of the bubbles. All these are jade bubbles that you see here. And this was a specimen that was dug up in the bluff, on top of the bluff, at Cape San Martin, Big Sur, California. Cape San Martin is just south of Willow Creek, where jade is also found. And the botryoidal jade was actually mined and dug this was dug in the 1960s and was legal to do so at that time. Since then, it is not legal to dig in the bluffs any longer. And in order to collect jade now, it has to be collected below the mean high tide level on the beaches. And of course, the divers find it in the ocean as well. Now, this is a beautiful mammoth effigy here, mammoth facing right. That's the mature mammoth with its big trunk over here, and its back leg back here, and front leg up front here. This whole area was worked by our paleo ancestors. That's all been worked out there to form the arch between the back leg and the front leg of the mature mammoth. Not only that, but there's definitely signs on this of some carving of the hair up on top here. You can see all those lines, those faint lines. That's all etching. And then it's been etched and grooved between the bubbles. That's all ancient workmanship. The only modern workmanship, there is no modern workmanship. The only modern damage is right here, this little white area. Just a little tiny white area right there. That's where the miner's pick must have hit it and chipped off just a little chip right there. But otherwise, this is all ancient workmanship. You can see the grooving lines that were put into this stone, and especially atop the head there. That is so cool. All those little etching lines right through here. They're faint now, but they're there. And that's all ancient workmanship for the hair on top of the mammoth. Unbelievable. And then when we turn it this way, that's the baby mammoth image now. What an outstanding example with its little trunk over here, its big exaggerated eye. This could be its eye as well. And just an outstanding baby mammoth image there. Again, the perimeter of this has been worked by our paleo ancestors. Not only that, but the grooving and etching on this is phenomenal. And then when we hold it this way, this is a big flat plate of jade. Now we've got an eye, a big droopy nose of an older face, and a mouth down here. So an eye, a big nose, and a mouth of an old face facing off to the right. And then we have the younger face with the eye, the nose, and mouth facing off to the left with quite an elaborate hairdo up on top of the head here. And then when we turn it over, you can see it's a plate of jade, a natural plate of jade. We have the baby mammoth image now with its little trunk off to the right and a big hair tuft above the head. And there's been some etching and grooving on this side as well. And then when we turn it this way, well, then we have that wonderful hind leg. Look at the hind leg where they actually carved it in there. And all that area was worked by our paleo ancestors. And now we have the mature mammoth facing left. Now, there was a lot of grooving and etching on this piece. A lot of it's been worn down over the years, but none of it is modern workmanship. It's all ancient paleo workmanship. And this piece has never been tumbled in the ocean. This was mined on the top of Cape San Martin. This one here, on the other hand, is a botryoidal jade, piece, and you can see here, this has been ocean tumbled. So this is what an ocean tumbled piece, and by the way, that is a mammoth facing left. The perimeter of this has been worked some in order to make a paleo facing mammoth effigy out of this beautiful specimen. This is a beautiful blue-green plate, similar to the plate of the botryoidal piece that I just featured, but this one's been ocean tumbled, whereas this one has not been in the ocean at all. And then we have this piece here is also from Cape San Martin. This is another botryoidal jade, bubble jade, that was carved all around the perimeter in ancient times, Paleolithic times. No modern workmanship and no modern damage on this one. We have the baby mammoth with its little trunk here and its hair tuft above the head. And then we have the mature charging mammoth, the aggressive charging mammoth with its forehead protruding and its trunk receding back down to the lower left. And that's the mature charging aggressive mammoth. And then, of course, we have the baby mammoth again with this little trunk here and big hair tuft above the head. And that's all botryoidal jade from Cape San Martin, where it used to be mined back in the 1960s. And you can still find beautiful botryoidal jade. And I have found some beautiful specimens down at the cove, at the beach, at the rocky beach. That's where we find it today, is in the rocky beach, especially during a winter storm when the waves are really pounding in there and moving the gravels around. So I just wanted to share a masterpiece in jade, botryoidal jade. Look at that baby mammoth facing left, and that mature mammoth with all that grooving and etching up there. Just unbelievable workmanship by our paleo ancestors. The only modern damage is that little white piece right over here, right there, where they had obviously a pick or something must have hit it when they were digging it up. But just an amazing, outstanding masterpiece of a Paleo Story Stone facing mammoth effigy from Cape San Martin, Big Sur, California.